welcome to the Jeff and
Hammy Show.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Hammy.
Here we are, and we want to talk today about, I'm going to go ahead and kind of MC this. Really, I want to talk about to the new salesperson the 4 keys to goal setting to make $100,000 a year. I think, again, if you're new in this business, you're going to work a lot of hours, and I think that everyone that's going to stick around in this business really should have the mindset to be making 6 figures because of the long hours and because of really the mentally toughness that this business takes. Wouldn't you say, man?
Oh yeah, it's basically a mind game for sure.
It is. And so if I had to talk to you as a new salesperson, let me give you 4 things to be on your way to goal setting to make $10,000 a month, okay? First is you got to do this, is you have to know your contacts. And what I mean by that is every single day you're going to be contacting people. And you have to know what the ratios are. Nationally, I've said this many times, it takes about 4 contacts, even if you're bad, and you're just starting out, to equal 1 sale. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you say that's probably for a new guy, if you were telling him?
Yeah, for a newbie, that's probably pretty close to the averages. We're talking about being $100,000 a year or better salesperson at 6 figures.
You need to have 4 contacts. It's just what it is.
It's still a numbers game, but your percentages of closing will go up as you get better. I worked with a guy that in Oklahoma, unbelievably, 55% of every web lead he got in would be turned into a sale, which was amazing.
His skill set was just so refined.
Yeah, 20 years of being a soft or hard closer. He had a lot of good word tracks.
Totally. So remember this, 4 to 1. If you don't have 4 contacts at the end of the day and wondering why you don't have a sale, then there you go. If you've talked to 3 people and don't have a sale, remember that extra 4th one can make all the difference. So second thing is you have to know your inventory. I know this is the basic stuff, but just to hit it again, I mean, every day I will probably watch this video again and listen to it on the way to work. But you have to know your inventory, your used car inventory and your new car inventory. And by just walking the lot, sometimes you'll run into a customer. But what do you think about knowing the inventory? How important is that, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, right away, you need to know what's a good switch vehicle, what's a vehicle that the customer's really qualified to buy. They may want the $40,000 Tacoma, but they just got their first really decent career paying job, and they're 2 months on the job. They're unlikely to get financed on that amount of money right off the bat, that they have to build themselves and establish themselves. They could get into that vehicle, but typically it's going to take large down payments or right. co-buyers with them that have stronger credit. But knowing what will actually work instead of wasting your time on something that's not even going to be something the customer's going to get qualified on anyways.
Right, but if you didn't walk the lot, you need to know, hey, here's an option. Okay, perfect example. We had a deal the other day. I turned it to Hammy, and they were coming in on a car that was way too much money for them. But again, I had a backup option on another Highlander. That didn't even work out. But again, we ended up landing them on another car. And again, just knowing our inventory gives us a backup plan if the original one that they came on doesn't work.
Yeah, this particular customer was looking at a Highlander. It was $32,000 and had a Capital One approval, and those are really not true approvals. When the customer thinks they're getting in the car, and then basically way too much vehicle, and then
fine print.
Yeah, and then instead of needing 4,000 down, they need over 8,000 down. So we found a van. As a matter of fact, what they were trading is exactly what this was, but just a brand new version or a lot newer version with lower miles than the van they were trading in.
And it worked out.
It worked out.
Yeah. So know your inventory. Number 3. You have to know your money. And I can't tell you how many guys that don't make good money here. They have no idea what they make on a deal. They have no idea where they're at in the pay period. And so if you're trying to make 6 figures, you need to be knowing your money, about $2,500 a week. And so you need to be pacing that. If you know how many cars, if you're selling 1 car a day, you work 5 days a week, you need to kind of know what you're starting to average per car. And so by the end of the week, take inventory. How much have you made that week? And that's going to let you know if you're on track. And I think it's important. I think it's really important to know where you're at every week. You need to know your money. And especially if you're providing for a family, you want to know what you got in the kitty. You know, I think it's really important to know.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
So, yeah, they can take care of your money. I would say that me was like looking at the pay plan and how it pays you, and looking and writing down on a list, get a notepad, and take every way that's possible for you to make money in the business. Jeff does a really great job of buying vehicles for our lot, and this dealership pays quite well for that. Some
It's
don't.
a little bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$300 a car, which is better than a Mini, and also like some dealerships don't pay at all on you buying cars, or $100. So it's actually worth his time to buy cars, and he's buying like 4 or 5 a week. So that's after a month and stuff, you might have made $5,000 in buying cars. So that's just building that pay plan up. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in being the six-figure income earner. Like, it's about like always, your time is important. How valuable that time is not wasting it at that time. So I don't know what your time's worth, but if it's $100 an hour and stuff, if every hour you waste in a day, just give me $100 out of your wallet, because you just wasted that money and threw it away. So you'll see that probably 4 guys in this dealership. There is like at least 4 guys in this dealership that are six-figure income earners. Matter of fact, these guys here, are the 4 of us, are probably have better potentials than our desk managers, like of making income, because we're not capped when they are capped. And there's guys that actually out earn our desk managers that are actually, they're our boss, but we actually out earn them.
Yeah. So knowing your money, knowing your pay plan, what you're saying, you got to know everybody's dealership has a different pay plan, but in the long scope, it probably all is about the same. But you got to know your pay plan. You want to maximize your pay plan. You don't want to be like, I'm not really sure where I'm at. Come on, you're better than that. You need to be organized to write down where you're at for the week and know your money if you're gonna hit 6 figures. Okay. The last one I'm gonna say is you got to, and we talked about this the other day, is know your body rhythm. On a work night, are you staying out late? Are you staying hydrated during the day? Are you bringing your own lunch to the dealership? I'll tell you right now, new guys that come into this industry, I see them take their normal lunch break and they're gone for an hour and a half on a Saturday, is probably the dumbest thing you can do. Okay, that's just called stupid in the car business. You want to bring your lunch. You don't want to leave, because as we know, based on all commission, you could be leaving and there's $1,000 deal that you missed because you took an hour and a half lunch break. Okay, this isn't like the normal job where you take your break. Okay, bring your lunch. Know your rhythms. Stay filled up with your body. Eat snacks, drink water, all those things. I know it sounds silly, but it really can help you with your energy levels, your body rhythms, and have you at the dealership for the deal and not be leaving all the time.
Yeah, I would just add, like, Jeff, how many times have you seen my name on a board, like many times on a sales board, like a lot of times on a sales board?
You call it the ham sandwich.
Yeah, the ham sandwich, the 5 pieces of cheese, the whatever we made.
Starts in the morning, gets one in the middle, and then closes one at night.
So I have a technique that I use, and Jeff's not here, but I'll tell him he's here. So Saturdays are a great day to gain contacts. I know if you're a floor salesman, your opportunities aren't the same as people that get internet leads. Maybe your store round robins internet leads for everybody, but scheduling these appointments in could cost you money, because if you most of the guys schedule their appointments during the most prime time of the day. What happens in that part of the day? It's busy. It takes longer to get through finance and get the whole deal done, so you can move on to the next customer. Some stores allow you to double book and stuff like that. We don't do that here. They don't allow that here. But I'm always trying to get an appointment very first thing in the morning, and I try to not have anything going between say 9 o'clock till 2 o'clock, because that is way prime time opportunity for me to pick up additional web leads because my other internet managers are into deals, and I could grab their leads while I'm not into a deal myself. I could take floor ups, I could take phone pops, and so it's tactics because let's say I took an appointment at 10 o'clock. I think it's probably not he or she or the couple's not getting out here till 2 o'clock. So I just missed 4 hours of the best time of the day, or the best 4 hours of the week, really, to gain myself an advantage of getting more contacts through the store by getting phone pops, getting web leads, getting floor ups, all these things. And so I try to schedule myself to not be in the prime time like a Saturday because I want to be able to gain those opportunities.
And to go back to knowing kind of your daily schedule, you don't take 2-hour lunch breaks, right? You bring your lunch, you have lunch brought to you. Mm-hmm. That's an important part too, right? I mean, you don't want to be just taking off in the middle of the day either.
Well, me personally, I don't believe in floor ups.
No,
I don't. That's something
your own business.
I don't do that. I'm involved in doing my own lead gens and posting ads and working my social media influence and stuff like that. So, but hopefully that's going to give you guys and gals a little insight to the six-figure income earner. Remember, this business has no cap. That's why we're in it. Me and Jeff, I wouldn't be in a business where I knew within a few dollars what I'm going to make every week. That would be terrible for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, looking at all your avenues to make money, and scheduling yourself and being the most efficient you can, and looking for all the different opportunities. Remember, the more people you could get in front of, the more money you have the opportunity of making. It's that simple.
That's right. So those are the 4 keys to the 6-figure income earner on the car lot. I hope you watch this over and over if you're a brand new guy.
Thank you again for watching the Jeff and Hammy Show. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.